Some players win tournaments almost every month, and they are always on the front pages of esports websites and YouTube. Some players never won a premier tournament in their lives, and yet everybody loves them and talks about them all the time. But there are also players who once won the most prestigious tournament in the whole StarCraft 2, that's GSL, but for some reason almost nobody even knows about their existence or remembers anything about their achievements, and today we'll talk about one of them. If we go through a list of GSL champions, we'll encounter a lot of familiar names, and if you're a regular StarCraft 2 viewer, you'll instantly recognize all of them. But there are a few that might seem out of place. You might not remember who Jack J or Roro is, but it will take you only a couple of minutes to find something interesting about them. But there is one player who was almost completely forgotten. That's Sniper. Sniper started playing StarCraft 2 professionally in late 2011, promptly making it into Code A and staying there for several months. At that time, Sniper was no different than dozens of other Korean Zerg players, but there was one little thing that hinted why he would become successful relatively soon, even though he probably didn't know about that in those times. Sniper was an avid user of the Zerg late game compositions, and one of his favorite units was Infestor. In Wings of Liberty years, Terran players were widespread and you had to play against them all the time, so having a good ZVT was a must-have for top performance in tournaments, and his late game skills, creep spread and Infestor control were just really impressive. But the problem was, he wasn't really that good in all aspects of the game compared to other high-tier Zerg players, and it wasn't that easy to reach the late game stage where the Zerg race felt confident. But in May 2012 everything changed. A new patch was brought to the game, increasing Zerg's strength in the early game by giving Queens extra range and making Overlord slightly faster. While these changes didn't seem like a game changer at first glance, it started a chain reaction that made Zerg race literally unbeatable in ZVT matchup. To learn more about the patch you can check out my story, but let's get back to Sniper. As we have already seen, he was keen on playing late game specifically, so this patch was a big gift for his career. But despite the changes, Sniper still struggled to advance higher than round of 32 in Codes. He would often drop down to Code A only to be eliminated from the entire tournament, and nobody could have ever imagined he would be successful in such a short amount of time. But already in GSL Season 5 2012, Sniper was showing some Zerg miracles. He got through both group stages easily, and his playstyle evolved a bit too. It's hard to say that Sniper was just a patchzerg, since he was fully capable of playing anything, but the ZVT matchup just looked pathetic for the turn race. In the playoffs, Sniper also demonstrated his knowledge of ZVZ. It was a very important matchup now because of the balance changes, encountering Zerg players on your way to the finals was very likely. But the most iconic game happened in semi-finals against Ryung. It all started very nicely for Sniper, and it seemed like it would be just a quick 3-0.
I mean, when you see that many, you go, uh-oh.
Oh, here we go, Tasteless. So many Banelings rolling down, and will Ryung actually have enough here? He's going to target those siege tanks perfectly, not really targeting yet, and this is a ton of damage being dealt.
And he's tearing now through the tanks and the Marines, trying to lift, but not in time.
Oh my
And this
God.
can be game-ending, guys. The SCVs are actually somehow not dying and now managing to escape over to the upper right. But I don't know, man. I think this is the point of no return. I mean, this is just too much. Sniper has steamrolled Ryung.
Just completely
And
caught
talk
him off
about a
guard.
one-sided game. We were talking about positioning. We were talking about all this theory stuff, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sniper sets up for an insane timing.
But Ryung managed to come back with 2 victories in a row and was all down to the final map, Daybreak. Sniper skipped Neutalisks and other tech units this time and went straight for Infestors. So this game looked really one-sided because it was very easy to shut down any aggression thanks to instant fungals.
Well, I like this attack right now, Tasteless. There's no siege mode yet, so he might be able to get some pretty decent damage done with these Banelings.
All right, we got the Banelings coming down now. With the nice fungal, money
beautiful
fungal there.
fungals. And
Oh
stun.
man, he forced her to lift off there, and he's losing tanks. And this is actually getting pretty disastrous right now because he's had to wall in or raise the depots and keep this alive. But now look, the third command center. What do? Do you go back all the way home and so you can land your mules and make SCVs, or do you wait there because you want to try to reclaim that location?
Yeah.
And land that as soon as possible. This is a tough decision, guys.
Yeah, and this is a bad place to be in. He just killed off 19 SCVs. That's a huge...
the actual Ultralis cavern yet, but when he figures that out,
Oh,
okay.
he might just get blindsided here. He needs to clog up that entrance.
And this might not be smart for Sniper. These siege tanks dealing huge amounts of damage.
They're doing too much damage. The Ultralis shredding everything up. Infestors catching the Medivacs. Money Bungles right now. More Ultra spilling in. And it looks like he may have to turn around with the Infestors now.
You know, that was a little bit messy when he went up there, but look at that. All the Medivacs getting taken out. So well done. 4 more Ultras in production right now. So even if he loses, he's still going to have a very strong army.
Now he beat him back, and okay, that's exactly what I want to say. He's going to go up here to the 3rd base because this base is just not protected right now. And there's no real easy way to get in there and save it. He's coming down here with the Marines and Medivacs. More Lingzo coming up. And I don't know, dude. I think he's going to lose this base. This is looking pretty bad. It's all about this one bunker. Notice he can't quite get the Ultras to the bunker. And he dies anyways.
Yeah, this is too much damage taken by Ring. Look at the supply. Sniper's up by 100 right now. And this looks like it could be the end.
It could be it right now. We have a lot more Zerg units streaming in here. Terran has to hang on. He has to do something, turtle it out, maybe do a medevac drop somewhere. And look at this. This is a sign of a good Zerg player. Right when he says, oh my god, I think I got this, he backs up. He's going to regroup and then attack in there again. All right, casting career Zertosis. Now we got the Broodlords coming out now, and they're doing a great job here. Look at a perfect arc of nice spreader infested Terrans. I do believe we are about to have our 2nd finalist here in the GSL.
Oh, GG!
GG!
The finals were ZVZ and it was a very even match, especially in the last game. Sniper was losing badly, but managed to come on top with a lot of great fights.
God, here we go. He is pushing forward so quickly. A lot of fungal growths going down everywhere. The bottom army of Sniper is moving up very quickly. The Hydras, so many Hydras stand out right now. A lot of infested Terrans going down. And Yun starting to push back. And it looks like a lot of units dying for Sniper.
Yun had the better concave. The idea there by Sniper was good. The execution, not so much. The 4th base under attack. Both players, though, still maxed out. So many Roaches and Hydras about to hatch.
That's right, a ton of units for Sniper coming out right now, but he lost his Infestor, so he needs to actually do something right away here. This is really his one chance to push back and get that counter damage on Yun.
Knowing he can't retreat with the Hydras, he comes back here. More Roaches coming in.
And oh my god, Sniper doing a great job with this army, but those infested Terrans adding way too much damage right now. Yun pushing forward. Can he actually break through?
He's starting to swallow him alive, but at the same time, the reinforcements are now catching up. More Infestors come up. Infested Terrans thrown out, and it does look like Sniper manages to push back.
He does for the time being, Tasteless.
Nice save. He did he had to really force out.
Oh! Here we go. The Infestors in the front trying to throw out their infested Terrans before they all go down. So many infested Terrans and fungal growths going down. Yun with a huge concave, but Sniper's even bigger right now.
Sniper closing it in now, swallowing up Yun. Yun is now going to have to run away. Hydra is not fast enough off creep to survive. The hatchery gone over there, half health. At the 4th base.
Oh my god, and look at this Tasteless. Sniper
nice
is pushing back. A beautiful wall stopping the retreat of Yun. Yun's supply is just 78 against 189 of Sniper, and Sniper's going in for the kill.
This could be the killing blow here. 78 supply to 187. And an overseer over here to spot Yun on his last set of legs. And Sniper looking invincible.
And GG!
We have a champion. It went to Game 7. DRG entering the booth as the player he mentored is now the winner.
And this way, Sniper became the GSL champion. It was a totally surprising run, and he soon cemented his victories at GSL Cup with good games against other Zerg and Pros players, and it seemed like he would surely take place among the best Zergs in StarCraft 2. But then in 2013, Heart of the Swarm was released, and most Wings of Liberty army compositions and build orders fell from grace and were way less effective, especially in Infestors and Broodlords, and Sniper's results dropped quickly too, and from former GSL champion he became just a really bad player. from plenty of top finishes to almost nothing in the next year and a half, and that was a painful experience for sure. Sniper faded away slowly, and most fans didn't really remember him even a couple of months after the GSL Championship. But what was the reason? Well, despite his brilliant games, Sniper wasn't showing any consistency neither before nor after this championship run. And also, his games were not particularly fun to watch, his build orders were basic and his macro skills were on par with other top Zerg players. But what's worse, during those times most Zerg players were accused of being successful only due to their race, and Sniper kinda proved that point when he stopped winning literally anywhere after the patch changed the balance in the late game. Even his retirement was somewhat unseen. He didn't report that himself and it was stated only by his team MVP. So despite winning the hardest tournament StarCraft 2, he was still forgotten due to lack of interesting matches and the balance issues that StarCraft 2 was going through at those times. But it's not the end of his story. Sniper actually continued his professional career, but in another game. In Heroes of the Storm, Sniper once again became a top tier pro gamer with a little more consistency this time. In 2015, his team won the most important Korean tournament, and he also reached top 4 3 times during next years in Heroes of the Storm Global Finals. Finally, after HOTS Esports ceased to exist, he decided to retire, but probably he was even more famous there than in StarCraft 2, which is kinda funny to think of. So that's it for today. Check out other forgotten StarCraft 2 heroes in these videos, and as usual, have a nice day and see you next time.